So, good morning and welcome to a little tarot talk. We all know I'm not a big taroter, but I am a big fan of what other people do for business. So, let's run with this, shall we? This is my friend Vanessa. She owns a business called Moon Dreams Tarot. Moon Dreams Tarot came across my feed probably a year ago or more. Vanessa came in for a mentor section and I got to know her, and then she disappeared. And I was like, where'd Vanessa go? So I wrote her a couple times, and I really think that moving forward in the next coming year, Vanessa's energy is going to be very present in a lot of my workshops and things that go forward. So I'm going to let you talk to Vanessa a little bit about her take on the tarot and how she reads. And then we're going to discuss using your tarot for joy in the upcoming holiday, because we all know we're a big fan of authentic joy. Woo, woo, raise the roof. Fake it till you make it, ladies. Fake it till you make it. Okay. We're going to get this authentic joy any way we can. So, Vanessa, tell us what you think about the tarot.
Hi. So first off, hi. My name is Vanessa, and I am the owner of Moon Dreams Tarot. I don't even have a website, at least not yet. But I have been reading tarot and have been considering myself a witch for over 20 years now. So I, like probably a lot of you, grew up in a Christian household, and I never felt like I fit in. So I found a spirit board at my mom's house. And since then, it was just a drawn and a calling to me. I remember my first cards, I was about 11 years old, my first deck, and they've spoke to me ever since. So when I speak about the tarot, I want to say that it's a part of me and a part of who I am. So without, that aspect of things in my life, I feel quite incomplete. And I'm sure a lot of you all feel that way in certain aspects of what you put on your altar, what you do in the craft, and what you bring to your own magic, right? So just to say a little bit about that, I do readings, of course. I do readings mainly online, but I am in my local area. I do have people that stop by and see me. I do tend to stay a little quiet. Sissy's like, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're not being quiet anymore. So when she asked me to come here and speak to you all and be more prominent in the circle, it was a very, very, very surreal, because when we think about joy and finding that joy, what's one of the things that come into our mind, or in my mind, I'm like, why'd she call me? You know what I mean? Like, why? I don't think I'm quite what she's looking for. So why do we do that to ourselves? The tarot is there as a guide. So when people say, can you read my future? No, I don't do that. You create your future. You create your magic. I am here as a guide, more as an advisor that helps you along your path to find your magic, to own your space where you are, for you to feel comfortable with who you are and what you stand for. That is what I'm here for. Okay. In my readings, people find them very differently, because when I pull a card, I'm just gonna pull one right off the top of the deck here. This is the Green Witch Tarot. I think it's very Yule-like. Three of Chalices, right? So when I think of that, and we're thinking of aspects of joy, okay, that to me is like, who do you surround yourself with? If you're kind of like me, I kind of got to be pulled out of my shell a little bit, right? But once I'm out of my shell, I feel very comfortable with speaking with people and telling people, hey, listen, what is your understanding of what's going on, right? The cards are a guide. That's what they're there for. They're not going to tell you. And if you get this, I always say this to everybody. Somebody tells you that you're going to get this and this and this, you're going to marry, and you're going to have a girl named this, and that. Good for them. Okay. But that's not the kind of work that I do. And that's not the kind of work that I would do for my clients. Okay. I hit things at a cellular level. That's what I've been told. Okay. I hit that at a soul level. Where are we? Are we where's your energy? Okay. where are we having issues with right now? Okay. What's blocking you? You know, these are things that I help with. Okay. I'm very much the divination witch. I just don't read tarot. I lots of different divination things. So I have runes, but that's not really what I do. I love the tarot. I do oracle readings. I do aura readings. I am a certified teacher, Reiki master. And so I do a lot of energy healings for people distantly and locally. So that's just a little bit about me and my business, you know, what I do and how I conduct my readings. So I always tell people, if that's what you're looking for, I might not be your reader. But if you're looking for someone that is going to advise you to help you on your path of what it is that you're looking for, to pull that out of you, kind of the way Sissy pulls things out of each one of us, right? That's where I do. That's what I do. That's my love for what I do. Okay. It's brings me joy, right? Those are the things that I think about when somebody walks away from my readings. A lot of people walk away from my readings in tears, and that's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get hit with something that wakens you to where you feel something when you walk away, right? That's okay. We are emotional creatures. Everything is energy. The way that we conduct ourselves, the way that we conduct our businesses, everything is in a vibration. The whole world, everything is vibrational and through the energy. And if you are somebody that is constantly bringing in negative energy, let's help figure out why that is. Because in my case, sometimes I don't feel worthy enough, right? I don't feel like I'm good enough. So I disappear for a while. And then I have somebody that says, no, I don't think so. I don't think that's what it is, you know? And then you have to find that inner peace again and bring that out within your craft. So I don't want to take up all the time, but that's just a little bit about me, who I am, what I stand for, what my business stands for, and my love for, you know, my goddess, my group. You know, I'm very grateful for this circle. I've been a part of it, I think, from almost the very beginning when Sissy started. And it spoke to me in a way that I felt like I finally found a place that I belonged. Because for the most part, especially living in a Southern Bible Belt community, there's a lot of times when I don't feel quite like I belong. So anyways, that's just a little bit about me.
So the words that are coming to my mind right now are like, it's weird when you're talking, but you have to be humble but holy when you have a business in this line of work. Okay. It is the key to being sacred. That's just what I was right. I know you all saw me like might go over the paper and be like this. I see Melissa's beautiful face 2 blocks down below me, and I see Vanessa's face beside me. And I'm sitting here thinking, how fucking beautiful is this? And then I see Jared like right down in the corner from me. And it's like, you guys don't realize, like, I feel like I can just go like this and touch all of you because I see you on the Zoom screen. But this is the beauty of our circle. We have all these different talented women in one space, and Jared, you know, we have all these women and Jared. Because we have like taken him in as one of us, one of us. Okay. So when you look at this circle, that's the key to joy, guys. It's that humble but holy atmosphere where you realize that sometimes this one isn't where you need to be at that moment, and this is where you need to be at that moment, you know. And my heart was like, I know my heart, like, hold on, guys, like, this is a heart emotion I'm about to say. My heart was really heavy when Vanessa, I didn't see her, and I didn't see her interaction, and I didn't feel her spirit, and I couldn't figure out why. And I sat down in that space and I'm like, I really think this is the season for her. This is the season for her to come in and do this. And Melissa stepped back and I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is Vanessa's season. And I reached out to Vanessa and I'm like, you know, she stepped back so she can focus on her business. And I really think it's time, like, we bring you up and give you a little bit of, you know, a Yule tree light on you for this season. So, Vanessa is going to be featured in the Solstice Seance workshop as the diviner of this workshop. I know you're all used to Melissa. Hold on, it's going to be okay. I promise. I promise we're all going to be okay. Melissa's like, go, go, go. She's down there being the cheerleader. I know she is. Vanessa is going to be doing the card spreads for the workshop. And for the first time in a workshop, I'm going to be doing oracle reads for you guys as a part of a complimentary service in the workshop. So all you'll have to do is email me and I'll pull the card for you and I'll email you back with what I got from the card. Or we set up a 5-minute chit chat and we talk about it. I think it's really important that joy is centered on doing what you find sacred to you. So many people try to do everything else that other people do in an attempt to be great at everything. You can't be great at everything. There's anything I've learned in this circle is different women are great at different things. And they succeed at those things with ease. If it is something you are working too hard to succeed at, step back and reevaluate why. I saw the funniest meme the other day. It says, I stubbed my toe and I stopped pursuing that goddess. Someone was decorating their altar with a certain goddess. She stubbed her toe in the middle of it. She said, nope, not the goddess. I'm done with this, and put all her stuff away and move forward. She took the clumsiness as a sign, right? And I think that is integral for you if you're going to move forward and you're going to pursue things. So when you are looking at this workshop that's coming forward and Vanessa's here, Vanessa, what cards do you think we should be really focusing in for as far as joy in their tarot decks?
Sure. So, oh my gosh, there's so many. But of course, the sun, right? The sun card is the very first card that comes to mind, not only bringing positive, but when we thinking of Yule and this winter solstice summit coming up and the rebirth of the sun, right? I always think, and I use that analogy of like when it's like super wicked cold outside and the snow's on the ground and it looks beautiful outside, but it's so bitter cold, right? And you get that bite. So you get that bitterness with the cold, but then the sun peeks out through the clouds and then all of a sudden you're filled with this warmth. And that, to me, when I'm celebrating Yule, that's what I think about. I think about if I go outside and I'm barefoot and that bitter cold hits my feet. And sometimes that's the shock that you need, is that little bit of a bite to give you that, oh, you know what I mean? And then that sun peeks through and gives you that warmth. And it's a promise. It's a promise to us that the sun will return. Okay. And we see this every time, we go through a season. So the sun is the number one card that kind of comes to mind. And I wrote down some notes, you guys. Usually I'm not a note person. I just say it, but
I love that for us.
Usually I'm not a notes. I was on here and my husband's like, are you doing notes? It's like, yeah, I'm doing notes. Look at that. So the moon card is another one. We want to open up our intuition. We want to release the fear because it's a lot of what's blocking our joy, right? We are getting our own way, in other words, right? So when we think of the sun shines all over the land, right? When we think of the moon, we have the shadows and those shadow aspects, right? So what is in our shadow that we need to bring out into the light in order to squash that block that we're feeling? Okay, so that is those two cards. And then the Queen of Wands came to mind last night as well when I was doing a poll. The Queen of Wands, you guys, confidence, independence. There's my card. Those are things that I need to work on. So that spoke to me when I pulled that card. Okay, when I pulled that card, I was like, okay, I get it. I know what you're saying. And every time I turned around yesterday, the word joy came up. My grandson's birthday party, you guys, 4th birthday party. We had it at my daughter's church that she goes to. And I looked down and their sermon for this morning is on finding your joy. I was like, okay, now I've got even that one telling me. So listen, okay, that is something really now that I think is so prevalent for everyone, because there's been such a heavy burden on everybody's lives right now. So much going on, so much negativity every time you turn on your cell phone, every time you turn on the TV, every time you turn on the news, you're seeing something negative thrown at you. So those were the cards that immediately came, to mind. I could keep going on about what each card really, could mean for you if you pulled it. And never be afraid of the cards. I get a lot of people, if I pull the Tower, I pull the Devil, and I know Melissa, she's like, I know all about it. They go, oh my gosh, and I'm like, listen, what comes out of the ashes? So once the Tower falls, right? Once your tower falls, that's okay, right? What's going to come up out of the ashes? And that's what you got to ask yourself. We all fail, we all fall. That's all right. We're going to get up. Once we get up, what do we find? Okay. How do we bring ourselves up out of the ashes? What do we build? What do we build out of the ruins? Because there's something in that. Sometimes things can't be perfect all the time, right? So don't be afraid. If you pull cards on a daily basis, just as like a weekly or daily thing, and you see any of these cards, that's okay. It's okay to get things shook up every once in a while, because it just means that there's something better out there for you, and you need to focus on what that is. So those are any
So
of it.
every morning in my moments of magic manifestation in the bathroom, where it's the only place I can be alone truly in my home. If you're a mom, you understand what I just said. Or your dad, you understand what this means. I have my trusted tarot advisor in my phone, Moonly. You all have the Moonly app, right? And this morning I pulled Othala for my rune, and I pulled the Chariot for my tarot card. So maybe we need to take this journey as a family. Sometimes families have to go through changes, and change fucking sucks. Believe me, it is so weird for me to have Vanessa sitting here in this spot versus Melissa, because Melissa has been in this spot for so long for me. Okay. But just like every journey has its side journeys, Melissa's on her own quest. Vanessa has a new quest. And I'm over here going, I didn't ask for the quest to change. So, you look at it, and we all know how I'm such a big fan of fucking change, right? Woo, big fan. But when I saw those two come out this morning, I don't put a lot of sight in the Moonly app, but I was just like, well played. Well played, Moonly. So I look forward to working with Vanessa. I wanted to introduce her to you this morning. I didn't want to take more than 15 or 20 minutes to do this, because I kind of sprung this on Vanessa last minute. I'm like, hey, you want to do a live? And she's like, okay. So she was a good sport about this. So you guys will find all the replays up on the page today. But thank you, Vanessa, for coming out and getting to know everyone with your face today. And we will be sharing her page throughout the month on the page. And thank you guys for coming. You're magic because you fucking say you are. Go do something with the rest of your morning. I'll see you at 1:30 for the amazing Jeanette and her crafts. Have a great morning, guys. Thank you, Vanessa.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.